gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint, where the truth always matters. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. I am your trusted source for hard-hitting conservative news. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm thrilled to have you here. Whether you're a seasoned conservative or new to the show, welcome. I hope you enjoy the show. I'm Charlie, the Country Conservative. Tonight, as we tune in together to reflect the enduring principles that have shaped our great nation, in a world often swept by tempest of change, conservatism stands as a lighthouse, a beacon of stability, tradition, and individual liberty. Our roots run deep, drawing sustenance from the soil of history, philosophy, and unwavering faith. As we embark on this nightly journey, let us remember the giants who walked before us, the eloquence of Edmund Burke, the wisdom of Russell Kirk, and the resolute spirit of Margaret Thatcher. They remind us that the conservatism isn't merely a political stance, it's a commitment to safeguarding the timeless truths that anchor civilization. So, my friends, let's explore the issues that matter: the sanctity of life, limited government, free markets, and the preservation of our constitutional heritage. Let us engage through a thoughtful discourse, respecting differing viewpoints while championing our core convictions. And as the stars twinkle above, let us pledge to be the torchbearers, passing the flame of liberty to future generations. For in our shared visions lies the promise of stronger, more resilient America. Thank you for tuning into the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm honored to have you. Remember, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell, or whatever it is, wherever you're tuning in from, so that you get notified when we go live. That's how we keep the fires burning. Now let's dive into tonight's discussion. May our words resonate through like echoes across the ages, shaping courses of our great republic. And then with that, the show begins now. Welcome, everybody. Hope you've had a great weekend on this long Monday. Hope you had a great day today. A great day at work if you had to go back to work today. But, you know, Monday always sucks when you got to go to work. But hi, everyone in Wimpkin world. We got the Wimpkin Warriors coming online right now. There's Tammy, Billy, Dennis, Maga, Vic's in the house. How are you all doing tonight? Now, we're going to get into some stuff here today. And I had my show made up prior to the idiots withdrawing from the race. Now, I had to go back through, and I hope I fixed everything right. I had to go back through and erase some of the stuff because, hell, I had stuff in there about Biden's campaign lying about staying in, and we all knew that he was going to withdraw. We all knew it. And I shouldn't have done it, but I did it anyways. I put in there a couple articles that they were lying about, and they were going to withdraw or not going to withdraw. He's in it for the long haul and all that stuff. And we knew it days before that he was going to make the withdrawal on Sunday. Well, he did. And I did not take that into consideration. Whoa, what the hell? This thing's going nuts. So I have to get my light better. I should have got it better earlier, but we knew he was going to withdraw. Billy Bob, what's going on? Sean Parnell and Dan Bongino said the government agents are infiltrating conservative chats and trying to provoke violence. Oh, I can believe that, Dennis. I can believe that in a heartbeat. Now, if they're going to get somebody small like me, I don't know, but you got Dan Bongino that on Sunday when he did his live broadcast, emergency broadcast over this, he got like 250,000 people to roll in. And then after he got toward the end, they rolled out real quick. But they're not going to make us commit any violence. That's for sure. We can tell you that. We don't get into that crap. We don't feed into other people's bullshit. If we see them in here doing that, we're going to get them the hell out of here, period. So, but today I've got a few things. But the first thing I'm going to show you is, and let me find what I did with it. Dennis just sent me this, and we're going to listen to this because, and I think everybody in here can agree, Wimpkin is under attack. Is that why nobody was live today, Tammy? Because I saw American Rebellion on earlier, and then all of a sudden everybody was gone. So what was up with that? Is that why? I'll wait a second. We got like a 10-second delay, so let me try to type this in. She'll get that. Or Chase said the attack was thwarted, but it was very, very sophisticated. Now, see, I think this is going to happen a lot between now and November because of the corrupt bullshit that the Democrats are going to have to pull if they think they're going to pull this one off. I don't think they're going to, but remember, there's no red wave, there's no landslide, none of that bullshit for this election. We've got to work our asses off to make sure this twit does not become the next president, because if so, we're screwed. But anyways, I didn't see anybody on there. I saw American Rebellion on earlier, and all of a sudden he disappeared. There was no live feeds between, I don't know what it was when I got down here, 8 o'clock and 8:30, and usually he's on American Rebellion's on Mondays. So I don't know. We'll have to find out what's going on. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Daniel, welcome. But we're going to get into this article, this video real quick. It's only a minute long. Dennis sent this to me from about Tucker Carlson, and he got it from Charlie Cook. So those two guys I trust, like, totally, right? You guys should too. So I want you to listen to this because everything has been going on strange that I've been seeing throughout the day today. So listen to this, and we'll get back to this after we listen to this video. Take a look at this.
This is from Charlie Kirk. The official story was that Biden's trip was cut short last week due to COVID. However, according to this source, U.S. Secret Service informed Las Vegas Metro that there was an emergency situation involving Joe Biden and to close necessary streets so that POTUS could be transported immediately to University Medical. Then mysteriously, there was a stand-down order, and the Secret Service informed local Vegas PD that they were going to medevac POTUS to Johns Hopkins, which they presume meant fly him back east as soon as possible. Apparently, the rumor mill in the police department was that Joe Biden was dying or already dead, possibly. Given that Joe Biden has been out of public sight for days and dropped out of the race via an X post, and his brother James indicated health was a factor, I'm beginning to grow more curious if COVID or something else has been more serious than reported. Clearly something is going on here. I don't know what it is. I know its hallmark, which is secrecy. Secrecy is the hallmark of lying. Right. So they're lying.
Well, I'm sure Las Vegas Metro would be just as forthcoming as they were during the during the October shooting.
Yeah, the worst mass shooting in American history.
Now, does anybody else find that? Does anybody else find that kind of weird because we haven't seen him, and they put the bullshit letter out, which I will go over that right now, anyways. Since we haven't seen him, and we know he didn't write this stuff, but we know it's true because it's all a bunch of lies. Now, I'm going to put the video up that I did of this letter, and I'm going to read it to you at the same time in case you guys haven't seen it, and I'll have to replay the video a couple times because I only made it like 45 seconds, and it takes me a little longer to read it because they're all lies. So take a look at this. Now, I got to take my glasses off for this. Over the past 3.5 years, we've made great progress as a nation. That's a lie. Today, America was the strongest economy in the world. Lie. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation. Lie. In lowering prescription drug costs for seniors and expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. They expanded health care to illegal criminals. And they did not lower drug cost. They put the price negotiation for drug costs, especially for diabetic medicine, which I've been having a hell of a time trying to get mine. So that's part of it. We provided critical and needed care to millions of veterans exposed to toxic substances, but you don't do anything for our veterans living on the streets, right? Take a look at this one. I'll do it again. Passed the first gun safety law in 30 years. Yeah, that's all bullshit. Appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court that had no qualifications and should not be in that position to begin with. And America has never been better positioned to lead them as we are today. What? Oh, my God. Now, I know none of this could have been done without you, American people. Together, we overcome once-in-a-century pandemic that's killing more people ever. And the worst economic crisis that since the Great Depression. Is he full of shit? We've protected and preserved our democracy. They've ruined the democracy. And we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. We're a laughing stock around the world. It's been the greatest honor of my life as a president. While it's been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it's in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and focus solely on fulfilling the presidency remainder. I will speak to the nation later this week. We'll see about that in more detail for my decision. Now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who work hard. And these people were notified 1 minute before this letter came out. They weren't even told about it. Now, I heard today that Kamala Harris is going to console his staff. And that's why she's in Delaware right now. And what the hell is up with that? Danny boy, I've experienced those kind of people calling everyone patriots and telling them it's time for action. Right. But MAGA made a point, though, that we don't want violence. But if violence comes to us, I will fight with my life to save my country and the communists. But I don't advocate for violence. Exactly right. I will protect what's mine with my family and the friends that I like, and not the liberals, because they want to keep taking my guns away. So go get them first. I'm going to put signs in the yard. This is not protected by guns, and mine is. But right, exactly right, Danny boy. But getting back to the letter, this 1 minute, his staff was notified about this. They had no clue that this was coming, according to them. Now, I don't believe half of what they say anyways, but the letter is bullshit, all full of lies. And the big question is here, why? This is a question we need to get answered. Why did he drop out? This is a question that they are not answering, because this is going to tell you, if he is not capable of running for president, why is he in the White House right now? Well, he's not in the White House right now. He's in Delaware or somewhere. Look what Tucker Carlson read from Charlie Kirk. So they're not very wrong, or seldom ever wrong. So thank you, Vic. Would be a good name for what on the show, Tammy. Would be a good name. What would be a good name? It's all lies and bullshit. Yeah, that's a good name for them. Maybe Pedo Joe received a custom fitting rope. I don't know what's going on with that. There's Pat's in the house. How you doing, Pat? Thank you, Vic. The lies and bullshit segment. Man, we could go on forever, but now we got to get. Oh, I do have a couple of hairs, so, but we could do that pretty easy on her too, because she's a dimwit, and it's going to get crazy. It is going to get crazy as hell. Oh shit! There's where the party went. Oh yeah, you got to have the party here, William. Welcome, William. As a veteran, I fight for all Americans, even the dummies who don't know any better, useful idiots. Sometimes they're useful, sometimes they're not. There's so much going to go down here. And tomorrow night, I'll let you guys know right now. Tomorrow night, I'm going to have videos galore. And I'm probably not even going to have to write anything down to remember, because we can just go off these videos. Because right now, I've got, let me look it up here real quick. Let me find it. And I just started this. I didn't want to get too busy. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them, 7 videos of them tearing the asshole out of the director. Now, I just started, because I have all the ones for tonight going on. I'm going to show you one here later on of the director, and that's going to be a repeat for tomorrow too. But that's only one. I'm going to get this. I had to break these up in 3-minute parts, because they were like a little over 5 minutes. So I broke them up into 3 sections, both of them. And they are tearing her alive in this hearing, which they should, but you have to hear them all, because this woman's lying, and she's supposed to be the director of the most powerful Secret Service law enforcement agency that is around, supposed to be protecting all these politicians, and she doesn't have a clue of what's going on. But we're going to get into some of that today too. So, but tomorrow's going to be a bang of a show. It's going to be videos galore. And the video is the proof in the pudding. It's not like I can lie about it, because they're telling you, not me. Because all these liberals want to sit there and say, well, KJP would tell you, don't believe your lying eyes. So that's why I did make a comment about that in one of my things, one of my ads. So it's really bad like that. I like that idea. Lies and bullshit segment. Yeah, we might have to work on that, Dennis. Dennis has given me a lot of great ideas for the show, and we still got to get on the don't get dead disaster factor segment. We got to get that moving too. But that's so much we can get it done. But anyways, let's get it started off here. Do we have any more stuff in here? I have a nickname, Lee. Thank you, love. I love it. Jamie Raskin turned the Secret Service hearing into a gun control hearing. He always does that, Kurt. And Kurt, welcome. I didn't see your name there. Paula, how you doing? Word salad. I got some word salad tonight. We're going to have a lot of word salad, because this woman's a twit. I got some of that coming up here later on too, because we cannot. Maddie, hi, Maddie. And Lee's in the house. Look at that. What's going on, Lee? Did I see you earlier or not? No, just got you. You were in there watching the Dum Dum show earlier. I went on there too. Daniel, how you doing, Daniel? All right, what are we into? Okay, let's get into this now. Whoop, I got to get the right one here. Now we know, everybody knows Joe Biden dropped out of the race. Now this article is going to show the plot twist that roils Trump also. Now I kind of thought that title was kind of interesting, so that's why I went with this one. Now, what you're talking about here is saying that since Trump is has based his election on Joe Biden, this is going to screw him up, because now Joe Biden's not there, so he's going to have to rethink his strategy. I don't think that's true, because everything that Biden has done, Kamala Harris has been a part of. So this stuff that she has done to help ruin this country is an easy enough way to slam her, because she's dumb as hell. And I can't, and I keep saying dumb as box of rocks, but there's got to be something dumber, because she is dumb. Ratskin, Violet Vixen, yeah, you're right. And I can't stand that man. He sits there and lies, and we all know it. If you watch the hearings, and I didn't watch a lot of the hearings today, I had some other stuff going on, plus we had some storms and stuff, but I can't stand listening to him. I can't stand that penguin-looking dude, and I can't remember his name off my head. He wears his pants up to his freaking chest. I can't stand him either. He's one of the ranking members or something. I'm not putting anyone's head in a place. Okay, now she is dumb, but if anybody figures out what's dumber than a box of rocks, let me know, because she's dumb. So it's not going to be hard for Trump's campaign to switch gears and start hammering her, because it's not going to take much at all. But I want you to watch ABC started with this. about Biden dropping out. Take a look at this.
Literally, as you were just introducing me, we just got a statement from former President Donald Trump. I'm going to read the entire thing, Rachel. It's posted to his Truth Social account. It reads, quote, "Crooked Joe Biden was not fit to run for president and is certainly not fit to serve and never was. He only attained the position of president by lies, fake news, and not leaving his basement. All those around him, including the doctors and the media, knew that he wasn't capable of being president, and he wasn't. And now look what he's done to our country with millions of people coming across our border, totally unchecked, unvetted, many from prisons, mental institutions, and a number of terrorists." He goes on to say, "We will suffer greatly because of his presidency, but we will remedy the damage he has done very quickly." Trump goes on to end the statement, "Make America Great Again." Of course, the signature line, Rachel, as you know all too well. Listen, the Trump team in recent days, Rachel, you and I have been reporting this together, have actually backed off attacking President Biden because they see an easier path to beat Joe Biden. Now, all of which to say, as again, because you and I do this together, Rachel, we reported earlier today, our understanding at ABC News is that the Trump team had been building basically a just-in-case book to beat Kamala Harris. They've been doing research, some polling, and we know from our reporting, Rachel, that they've already looked at how they would, take some of the past statements of the vice president, now that, of course, Joe Biden's endorsed her, and start to build attack ads against her.
Now you hear them, and this, of course, it's a liberal site, so we're going to take it with a grain of salt, but you get sick and tired of hearing these people. Of course, they're going to have to spin it around and blame Trump for everything on this. So it just pisses me off to have to hear this. So the Trump campaign has already got planned, for this. So I'm thinking it's not going to cause them too much of a headache. It's definitely not a problem with finding things that Harris has done to screw up this country because how dumb she is. Now, this is hilarious because she intends to earn and win the nomination after Biden dropped out. Now, it's been almost 4 years and she hasn't earned her place to where she's at now, let alone trying to run a country. Oh, hell no. Take a look at this when she's talking about earning her place as commander-in-chief of this country. Take a look at this.
Oriana, thank you very much. And Vice President Kamala Harris had this to say, quote, "On behalf of the American people, I thank Joe Biden for his extraordinary leadership as President of the United States and for his decades of service to our country. I am honored to have the President's endorsement, and my intention is to earn and win this nomination," end quotes. And the Vice President touched on it right there. It's after 5 decades in politics that President Joe Biden's political career will soon come to a close. He's now a lame duck within his own party as he will exit the White House in January.
I don't know how she thinks she's going to win, but you never know what goes on with the cheating and stuff like that. So, yeah, Trump should get a golden ear, Dennis. I agree with you. Wear that with a badge of courage, because that man, wow. Jade said there's a DDoS attack that they are working vigorously toward. Oh, no kidding. Biden might wake up tomorrow and forget he dropped out. If he's awake, I'd like to know where he's at. They said he finished all of his doses of that Plavlax, whatever the hell, the flu medicine. And he supposedly KJP, the bad liar she is, said he's doing great, but nobody sees him or anything. That's just pretty strange. We don't need to build attack ads. We can just show footage of her talking anywhere. Exactly right, William, because she's a walking nightmare as far as talking, and I am going to try to get into some of that here, but I will I got a couple videos here that I threw in there. But there was so much going on and so much I could put in, but there's no way I could fit it in. We'd be here until maybe tomorrow morning when I do my Waking Up America one again. And I had a couple guys from on here come in here this morning on that one too. I appreciate that a lot, Pat and Dennis and everybody that came in this morning. I wasn't going to get up and do that, but I just couldn't help myself. Woke up and said I dropped out of the race. What race is that? Yeah, he doesn't know where he's at, so you never know what's going to happen. But this was all planned. I guarantee it. I guarantee they made deals that the Biden crime syndicate family doesn't get in trouble, including crackhead. So before they would do this, I guarantee it. But we'll find out. It'll come out. Kamala can't stand Biden because he's a racist. None of them like each other. Obama's didn't like the Bidens. This is all a show they've been putting on, period. And we get that straight from Dan Bongino, which was there. He knows for a fact he was Obama's detail. So they hate each other. So there's some shady shit going on, and we've got to try to figure out what it is. I'm hoping you guys are watching your news feeds and stuff and getting stuff for us. And remember, you guys, that's why I keep rolling the banner down there, so you guys get the email and send us stuff. Sean was sending us stuff for the Don't Get Dead Disaster Factor segment, and we're going to get that going here hopefully soon. But until then, we're going to still show them up here once a day. So long as we vote. Yes, we're not going to let up at all on this, guys. We still got to get out and vote. Obama has endorsed, camel toe, exactly. And I've got that coming up here in a couple more articles. And we're not going to stop. We got to vote. We got to get people to vote. No matter what happens, we have got to do this. So, because Camel Toe Harris cannot be running in this country in November. The only reason Biden endorsed her is because she's so-called black, and he wants to try to get the black vote. And that's the only reason he had her, because she is the worst DEI hire ever. With KJP, that's the only reason they'll consider her. Man, look, KJP's, and that's pretty bad. KJP is one of the worst DEI hires. But this is the only reason they endorsed her. Obama hasn't even endorsed her. So what did I get here? Is that the one I just did? Yeah, that's the one I just did. I got to get rid of that so I don't get screwed up and show you something again. But I am going to show you. Let me see if I have this on here. I kind of mixed this up here, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. I think I took this one out. But Obama not endorsing her, and that's the video I'm going to show you now. So I want you guys to take a look at this. It's about a minute and a half.
What I found interesting too from Barack Obama's statement this morning, and bearing in mind it's the first public statement that we've seen from Barack Obama in a while. Obviously, he talked highly of Joe Biden's decision, but what was interesting there is that there was no endorsement of Kamala Harris. What do you make of that? Is that a suggestion to you that Mr. Obama wants an open convention?
Yes, I think absolutely it is. I mean, he would have endorsed her if he wanted her to be anointed, if you like. Definitely. I mean, Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi have made it clear to colleagues that they want to see an open contest here. They don't want Kamala Harris just to be put into the position. They think it's not a good look for that to happen, firstly. And secondly, of course, there could be another candidate who might be more effective against Donald Trump than Kamala Harris. But you've really got the Democratic Party split on this, Pete. A lot of people, Bill Clinton, for example, has come out in the last hour or so and has endorsed Kamala Harris. There's a lot of people who want the party just to coalesce around Harris. They think that's less divisive. They think it's the only way to go forward without more divisions within the party. But then, of course, you have the Barack Obamas and Nancy Pelosi's who want an open contest. And so that's really the big debate that we're going to see play out here in the next few days in Washington.
Isn't the trouble too, and I know you've spoken about this too, when it comes to Kamala Harris, I mean, she's got that huge block of voters, the black vote there, and, you know, you'd have to think that they'd be very upset if Kamala Harris wasn't at the top of the ticket, right, Cam?
Oh, you know, they threatened them. But what's that tell you when the boss man, Obama, is not endorsing her? It proves that she's not worthy of this position. Now, with your guys' help, we have to do this. We have to keep her the hell away from the White House, because this is just not something we can let happen. And like we said, Dennis, yeah, right. We're not letting up. We don't take polls. We don't use polls. They're just a starting point. You don't take them with a grain of salt. We're not letting up on this. We have to vote. We got to get out and vote no matter what. Now, hate lives here and is their motto. Democrat is the party of hate. Period, Billy Bob. You're right. The attack has been shut down, Pat. All right, cool. Now, hopefully we don't get booted off of here then, Tammy. But you guys got to admit, watching them eat their own is entertaining. Oh, it is. But I mean, they're in chaos. They are in chaos totally. And they don't know what to do, because this open convention that Obama wants has not been done since 1968. And this is going to take a lot. Anybody can go in, because this is not guaranteed that she's going to get the Democratic nomination. This only guarantees her the money that Joe Biden has, that he's collected, because that money can't get split up unless she's on there somehow. So this is going to get interesting here in the next couple of weeks. And we will be here to watch it all. With you guys' help, we're going to make this awesome. But you got to damn watching them. Yeah, right. No room for complacency. Exactly right, Daniel. We're going to keep this going. That's why I ask you guys to share my videos, to let people know, get out and vote. We don't take polls into consideration. The polls right now, when I was looking at them and I was going to share them with you today, oh my God. These fake news media got her at 48%, Trump at 49%. They got a 1% margin of difference between the two. Bullshit. I don't believe that shit so I didn't even download any of those damn things. I moved to hot. Oh man, hot wings. Man, they sound good, man. I'm on a 3-day diet. That sucks. Glad to hear, Tammy. Yes, I like that too. Obama is going to endorse Big Mike. I would think so, but she keeps saying, and I think it's probably pretty much of a lie to Madeline, that she doesn't want it. But I don't believe that shit. But we are definitely not going to let another racist in this damn White House. Big Mike may make his move at the convention. Never know if that's maybe why he wants an open convention. Obama isn't endorsing camel toe because she wants, yeah, everybody's in agreement with that. I had pressure can garlic chicken parm with rotini noodles and broth. Yeah, okay. All right. Damn, Vic. Oh, my. You guys are making me hungry. I'm on day one of a 3-day diet. And, boy, that sucks. I had issues getting my medicine for me. They had to switch me over to Ozempic to control my sugar, and I haven't been able to control it. That sucks. And hope he does. I'd love to get another chance to beat Big Mike. Yeah, it was ready with some noodles. Oh my, got all that good stuff, Vic. Try to keep up with all you guys' chats and but they don't like Wimpkin because they want us united. They don't like Wimpkin because they're conservative and we get to speak our minds, and they don't like that, period. So that's probably why they're under attack. A cannibal is someone who's fed up with people. Yeah, the same polls that Hillary would buy a landslide. Exactly right. And that's why I couldn't do these polls. They just made me sick to watch them. And these people, in one day, they're going to say that she's going to almost beat Trump. She's too damn dumb to beat Trump. For a second, I had to leave and come back, but it's all good now. All right, William, stick around, man. I had a hamburger and hot dogs, and it looked like I could see that from back here. All right, where am I at now, guys? I don't want to keep you guys hanging. I got a few more videos I want to get through, so take a look at this video. Just some of Harris's embarrassing moments. I only took a couple of them that I had already made up, so take a look at this.
I'll listen to what I'm going to read. It says, we continue to find ourselves in a rapidly evolving environment, the invitation says, with the stakes.
Wait a minute. Let me make sure this is the right one. Let me see if this one's it. Hold on.
So here's the thing. Who doesn't love a yellow school bus, right? Can you raise your hand if you love a yellow school bus, right? There's something about and most of us, many of us went to school on the yellow school bus, right? You guys are gonna see. You're gonna literally see the craters on the moon with your own eyes. Oh my goodness. With your own eyes, I'm telling you, it is gonna be unbelievable. It's important to to see that, the nature of democracy, there's a duality to it. It has two sides to it. On the one hand, there's incredible strength, right? That when a democracy is intact, what it does for its people, in terms of the strength it gives its people and protects in terms of individual freedoms and rights, right? And liberties. There's an incredible strength in that, what it does for its people when it is intact. On the other hand, democracy, extraordinarily fragile.
Yeah.
It's only as strong as our willingness to fight for it. That's by nature what a democracy is. It is about the people.
What do you say what do you say to that? I just don't have a clue of what she's talking about. Who loved the yellow school bus? I hated the stupid bus when I had to ride them, but then my sisters and everybody, they were started driving, so we didn't have to worry about that because we all had cars. And after they got out of school, I had the car, so I drove myself for my senior year. So nobody liked the yellow school bus. Is anybody in chat? Did you love the yellow school bus when you were driving? And we said, hey, yellow school bus. What a dumb twit. And the duality of what the hell she's talking about. I don't know what that was about. Yes, she did, Billy Bob. She definitely, and she missed that short bus. And Billy Bob, she did ride that short. She probably drove the damn thing. There's no way people love the yellow school. I prefer a yellow submarine. Yeah, exactly. And she's right. Democracy led to death to camps in the 40s. She's full of shit. You right there, Tammy. I mean, she's just dumb as hell. And I just can't believe that. I'm just going to delete these videos off of here so I keep getting lost here. But I'm not even going to show the DNC had showed the way they do their nomination process. And I left it in there only because of the way they were going to nominate Joe Biden with a virtual vote. But that's not going to happen now. But she isn't guaranteed. She's going to be the nominee. They're cutting it close for sure anyways. And I'm believing that the Democrats are having something up their sleeve, and we can't let it happen. So we still have to remind people to get the hell out and vote no matter what. Because here we got the next article was that they're saying that Kamala Harris is a co-conspirator in Biden's plot to destroy America, which I have no doubt because she's dumb too. But you know what? She's probably as easily controlled as Joe Biden is or was. What's that say? Wait a second. Wait here, William. I got run over by the yellow school bus, almost wound up in a lawsuit. Wow, no kill. Man, he really hates him. He got like yellow school bus, like PTSD with that, huh, William? Definitely a democracy. Two wolves and a lamb deciding what to eat for dinner. And I think they decided to eat us. It's a school bus. It took us to the zoo on my field trips. I didn't take the bus to my schools. My dad drove us. Well, he got lucky. I had to do my grade school years on a school bus and hated them some bitches. I feel so dumb now for trying to understand that shit. I'm sorry, Vic. I'm sorry. But it makes you feel dumber just to listen to her. That's why I can't listen to her. But, now we're going to have to. So that sucks. No, Denny, we're definitely not going to be fooled over this election. I'm watching two different chats going on here. Denny Boy's really getting them out tonight, and I love it, Denny Boy. Keep it up, man. Now what do we got? Oh, we got a video on her as a co-conspirator, only a little over a minute long, about her helping to destroy this country. Take a look at this.
Here, I yield 1 minute to the gentleman from Georgia, Mr. Collins.
Gentleman from Georgia is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Speaker, you'd think that just listening to this debate, we were sitting here debating funding and we were debating guns, and that's actually not the case. See, what the Biden administration is trying to do is just another glaring example in a long list of glaring examples of what they have done to destroy the American fabric as we know it. You can look at inflation, you can look at the wokeness in the military, but this is actually about an invasion. And now they're wanting to take a national park and turn it into a migrant camp. I'm going to tell you folks something. You give this administration an inch and they'll take a mile. That's just the beginning of this. People want to go see their national parks. They want to go see the Grand Canyon. They don't want to see a Grand Caravan. Instead of punishing Americans for their failures, the Biden administration should look to actual long-lasting solutions to the border crisis. You know, House Republicans, Mr. Chairman, you're exactly right. We've already acted by passing H.R. 2, the Secure the Border Act. I want to urge all my colleagues to support this bill and protect our national parks. And I thank you, and I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. Gentleman from Arkansas.
I reserve.
But you see, she's the border czar. So everything that's happened at the border can be blamed actually on her, and Biden, of course, because he's the head idiot. So, but I wanted to get into this. Madeline asked the question, what's going to be interesting is what's going on with Obama and Hillary. I can't believe old Hillary is not going to fight any women for the presidency, and that includes Big Mike. And I thought she would, but they said that she endorsed Kamala. But that could be a plot too. So I'm kind of leery about that too, because of, you never know what these idiots are going to do. These Democrats are so corrupt and stuff, it's unreal. But the violence and everything that's going on in this country is because of Kamala Harris not closing the border down and not doing anything. I don't know what, can anybody answer what has she done since she's been in here? They grilled her on both sides. And we are going to get into that, guys, tomorrow on this Secret Service heavier. But I've got some coming up here right after the Harris segment here. And I got to delete this one so I don't forget to do that one, because I want to get it in there and make sure we get all this in there, because I've got an article at the end of all this that you guys won't want to miss, and it has to deal with Anthony Fauci. So I definitely want to get that one in here, because that asshole running his mouth again. So I won't give it away, but we're going to get into this. But I told you she was dumb because the Democrat donors aren't buying it. But they said she raised a lot of money here just in a couple of days. So I want you to listen to this video about them trying to, Harris trying to convince the donors. I don't think it's working, but she's trying to soft talk them into it. So let's listen to what they have to say.
I'll listen to what I'm going to read. It says, we continue to find ourselves in a rapidly evolving environment, the invitation says. With the stakes as high as they are this cycle, we have to remain focused on the critical work that needs to be done to protect our democracy. To that end, we are hosting a 30-minute briefing today at 3 p.m. to discuss urgent emerging needs. We will be joined by Vice President Kamala Harris. We will also hear from leaders working on the front lines with voters. And I have to tell you, Chris, this is really coming at a time where donations to the Biden-Harris campaign have really dried up. I've been talking to some grassroots groups who say that they really are terrified in this moment because they have voter outreach efforts that usually get millions and millions of dollars at this time that aren't getting any money. One source even told me that there's a group in Ohio that's thinking about shutting down its operations for voter registration because they're worried that the money just isn't going to be there.
Now you see that the money's drying up, but they said she racked up some money here, about $50 million from somebody, but they're not, of course, they don't tell you who it is. So, but you guys are talking about the reports in the FBI. I think they're already starting to cover all this stuff up. So, because right now I'm going to get into a little bit on that. I figured old Hillary knows her last chance in younger ones, but Madeline, I have to agree with you though. I don't see her not trying to challenge Kamala because she knows Kamala's stupid. And if Hillary Clinton could not beat Trump, how the hell do they expect Kamala Harris, as dumb as she is, to beat Trump? I don't know, but we are definitely going to get into some more of this tomorrow. But $81 million, same as the lying votes for Biden. Yeah, funny how that works, isn't it, Kurt? Okay, hold on. We got to do this first. Dennis, bringing it up. Here we go. Here's our don't get dead tip of the day, the disaster factor tip of the day. Make it difficult and noisy for someone to break into your home. Put rose and jagger bushes under the windows and glassware and other things inside the sills of the windows. If you can't afford a security system, put a fake camera outside, an inexpensive motion detector, which they do have a lot of those, lights everywhere, and at your entrance doors. That's a very good tip of the day. Now, here's mine.
Hey, here are today's tips to help you be prepared for emergency outages. Enjoy! 1. Unplug all electronic devices to avoid a surge when the power comes back on. Leave one light left on. 2. Never use a barbecue, camping stove, or portable generator indoors, in a garage, or other enclosed space to avoid carbon monoxide poisoning. 3. Keep fridge freezer doors closed as much as possible to preserve food. 4. Check on family, friends, and neighbours, especially the elderly. 5. Check your local municipality website daily for updates. 6. Avoid opening doors and windows to keep in the heat. 7. Use LED candles to reduce the risk of fire. 8. Don't turn off your mobile devices. This will use more battery. Use the sleep and airplane modes, close all apps, and dim the backlight. Don't forget to subscribe to get more great survival shorts. Stay safe.
And that was your disaster factor don't get dead segment tips of the day. Thank you for reminding me about that, Dennis. I'm sure we getting into that. Alice said I say he went to Gitmo for a swing. They don't expect Camel Toe to beat Trump. They know they're rigging it, wait and watch and see. I could actually believe that there, MAGA. Now, take the Secret Service director. She was appearing for the hearings today, and she should just be fired. We already know the answers to what they're going to be asking and stuff and what they have asked her about the shooting of Trump. But instead, we're going to take a look at this director getting subpoenaed first on this.
The gunman accused of trying to assassinate Donald Trump was spotted pacing about an hour before shots were fired at Saturday's campaign rally. This new video obtained by ABC affiliate WTAE appears to show Thomas Crooks pacing back and forth just beyond the boundaries of the rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Law enforcement believe this video shows Crooks, and we are now learning about 20 minutes passed between the time Secret Service snipers first spotted Crooks on the roof and the time shots were fired at Trump. The local sheriff is defending his department's assignments at last weekend's rally.
The deputies under my control did their job and went above and beyond after the shooting stopped and the chaos began.
The House committee issuing a subpoena today to the director of the Secret Service to appear before Congress next week about the assassination attempt. Meantime, House Speaker Mike Johnson today calling for Director Kimberly Cheadle to resign.
Yeah, that was just part of what I wanted to get out because I made this before all this went down. So this is what I'm going to give you, one that I did get that happened today. And the title of this just said, "This is just so bad." So this is the director, and this is a little over 2 minutes long, but I couldn't cut this. Any way I looked at it, it had to be out, and you guys got to hear this. So take a look at this.
You keep referring to the FBI. When asked how many shell casings were on the roof, you referred to the FBI. When asked if there were explosives in the car, you referred to the FBI. When asked if Crooks was acting alone, you referred to the FBI. See a common theme here? I can go on and on. My question is, who at the FBI should I speak with? Wait for it. Wait for it.
The FBI is responsible for the criminal
Is there a name?
I'm not certain.
I'm not certain. All right, here we go. I'm not certain. I don't know. Let me ask a different question. Have you been in communication with the FBI?
Yes, I have.
With whom?
I speak with the director and the deputy director.
Okay. And what have they shared with you about this investigation? So I'll give you an opportunity to answer again. Did they share with you how many shell casings were on the roof?
They have shared with me the
evidence. Did they share with you how many shell casings were on the roof?
Yes.
Okay, how many were there?
I would refer to the FBI for
how many were there?
And their information that they need to share in their investigation.
So they've shared the information with you. You just don't want to share the information with us, correct?
We have concurrent investigations that are going on.
So they have shared this information with you. You know the answer to the question. You just refuse to answer the question from the member of Congress who has subpoenaed you to be here. Is there a different answer to that question?
I was always willing to come here and testify before this oversight hearing.
Beautiful. Then let's do that. Let's for once have your actions match your words. So you've been in communication with the FBI. You know the answers, and you refuse to tell us the answers. So I will ask you again. You know how many shell casings were on that roof. What is the answer to that question?
I think it's pertinent.
What is the answer to that question?
I think it's pertinent to talk to you about the information that the Secret Service has and that the Secret Service knows related
I'm
to the
asking
events
you
on
an
that
answer
day.
to the question. If you're supposed to be in charge, if the buck stops with you, how come you can't share the answers? What are you covering up? What are you hiding, my friend?
I'm not covering anything
Then
else.
why can't you answer a simple question?
I would leave it to the criminal investigation to answer questions related to that.
Yeah, I had to show you this one. This had to go out for the full amount. It was 2 minutes 16 seconds. I couldn't pass it up. I'm going to keep this one for tomorrow. I'm going to show it again because it just gets me every time I listen to that sumbitch. She doesn't want to answer question. You know they're hiding stuff. It just, I don't know what to say about this crap, but they're hiding it. We know that this is planned. We know, and Dennis and I was talking earlier, there were 3 shooters in this place. One was the Secret Service, one was the shooter, and one was a local sniper, law enforcement people that missed. But she can't even answer the plain, simple question of how many shell casings were up there. If there was none, say none. If there was 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 20, what the hell does that have to do with the investigation? You're going to give some secret away, but what they're going to say is there was 0. He was a plant, and he had a gun up there, never got off a shot, but somebody else did. That's what they're going to find out. Something like that's going to come out, and I'm sick and tired of these lies. But you guys like that one? Wait until tomorrow. Oh my God. Did I find some stuff? And you full of shit is one of them. And I think that's what the name of it was. Let me check it real quick. And I have it in my folder here. Yeah, you're full of shit. Part 1, 2, and 3. I got 3 parts of full of shit. And oh yeah. And then we got right now, I got Jim Jordan. And you know, I'm not really fond of Jim Jordan right now, but he tearing her ass up. Oh yeah, he rips her apart in these ones. So we're going to have some fun tomorrow with these ones. There's a ton of them, and if I had time tonight, we'd be going over all of them. But we have got a ton to go over tomorrow. So it's going to be a show that you ain't going to want to miss because we're just going to go over the videos and we're going to talk about each one of them as we go along. Because they tore into her. And I don't know if they're done with her questioning or not yet, but I didn't get a chance to go over everything and look at everything yet. But we know that Mike Johnson is calling for her resignation. Now, they're making it sound like it's a big deal, but she was asked, and I'm giving part of it away tomorrow, she was asked straight out. Both sides of the aisle, is how they put it, are asking for her resignation. Do you want to take your 2 minutes right now and resign? And she goes, absolutely not. She's protected. That's why she's not resigning. Something's going to come up. People think that she's going to resign. I'm not too sure about it. But hell, I didn't think Biden was going to drop out yesterday either. So hell, I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Now, we're just getting lies and stonewalling, just like every other hearing and everybody that they question on the Democrat Party side. They lie, they stonewall, they put off. I'll get back to you on that. She's the damn head of the Secret Service. She should know everything that's going on, but she doesn't have a clue. But you know what? This has been going on for 4 years, and the Democrats, they are not transparent whatsoever. But now with Mike Johnson asking for her, that'll do it, She's going to write a resignation right now just because Mike Johnson says she wants to. That's laughable. He's the head of the joke of the party, Republican Party, that do nothing. And Dennis, I know, Dennis is tired of the do nothing Republicans, just like I am. MAGA's right. She's a liar. They're all liars. Even the FBI. Well, the FBI is trained to lie, so they're going to lie too, MAGA. You're right. Who's behind bars, Pat? I missed something here. McLean voted to put Banyan behind. Oh, yeah, that's right. Cheeto is dirtier than Biden's diaper. Ain't no doubt there. That's for sure. Yeah, what criminal investigation? The dude, the supposable shooter's dead, so why would you have to investigate it? But, of course, they always use, and that's Christopher Wray's perfect answer for everything. I'm not going to get into a possible or ongoing criminal investigation. That's his excuse for everything. Oh, yeah, this is the main reason we got to get Trump back in there. These alphabet agencies have to be disbanded and rebuilt again, period. The FBI have become too good of liars, and the Democrat Party and most of the politicians have lost their way about working for the people. So we have got to remind them of that. Christopher Wray's clone cannot comment on ongoing investigation. Exactly, Tammy. Right, she said it exactly right there. He cannot comment on ongoing investigations or possible investigations, future investigations. Oh, yeah. You believe that bullshit line? He's been using it for years and is so sick and tired. You think the Republicans would have more power to do something, but obviously they don't, or they just don't want to. I don't know what the true answer to that is, but with all of you guys in here chat and stuff, we should be able to find something out. I don't trust any politicians anymore. Danny boy, that's right, man. You can't trust them because they hate us all anyways. So, Becky, I don't see you making the comments in Facebook. Let's see. William, can't give criminal investigation against the corpse. That's for sure. That's all they do is hold investigations. And I'm tired of it. We need to hold people accountable. Plain and simple, the Secret Service tried assassinating Trump. Was it the Secret Service or was it the CIA? It could have been a fixture of all of them there, MAGA. They all need to get on the yellow bus and head to Gitmo and a rope to his recycle. Exactly right, Billy Bob. Damn straight. I think they need to bring firing squads back. And oh, wait. Hey, did you guys see this? It's one of my new ones. Look at this. Look at this. How you like this? I had to show you this. Yep, I got this. I just made that the other day. I had to come show it to you guys. And if you guys want to see any of my stickers and stuff, I made videos and I'll send them to you. Just give me an email in my email, Conservative Viewpoint, or I can leave you a message on here. I could probably get them in these messages on here. I made videos of stickers and stuff. If you guys like some, you can email me and we'll talk about it. But anyway, we'll get back to the show now. That was my ad break. But that's my shirt. I love that shirt. It come out pretty good. It's a little time consuming cleaning it up and stuff, but it was great. We all saw what happened, and we got people. And I thought I had it, but I don't think I did. It's stupid. Whatever the hell his name is. He's an idiot. He said that Trump was not shot by a bullet. And I might get that in tomorrow's show. I can't remember, but I can't find it right now. But Keith Obermeyer or Ober something said that he wasn't shot. He's supposed to be a doctor. And I know Dan Bongino, oh my God, that guy tries to run his mouth to Dan Bongino. Of course he's going to do it behind a computer, just like all tough guys do. Jim Jordan has not lived up, MAGA, to what he has said that he would do. He's weak. He has not been doing anything that he promised that he would do when he was going to be the leader of the Judiciary Committee. He said he was going to hold people accountable. All he does is send letters and hold hearings. And he is the chairman of the Judiciary Committee. He did not live up to what he said he was going to do. Quit playing with these people and lock them up. Exactly, Jamal. Welcome, Jamal. It's the first time I saw you. Sorry about that if I missed you. Fun to watch, but Republicans do nothing more than dog and pony show. Exactly. Dennis and I was talking earlier about this, and they have been doing nothing. The only thing they did finally get was they impeached Mayorkas. But how far did that go? To the Senate and drop, just like everything else. That's why we need to control everything. We need to run the Senate and the House. That's the way we get stuff done. That's the way we keep the peace in our country, and we keep the law and order. Without it, we have no law and order. Our justice system is gone if we don't win this election. That is so important. And we're running a little bit behind. I'm sorry, guys, but she would have resigned if Trump would have been murdered and got her payment for setting up Trump to be assassination. That's a very possible, yes. And now that she hasn't, that's why they're telling her she's not done yet. So, anything is possible, especially with this government. Because if the government wasn't involved in JFK's assassination, why wouldn't they have released all the stuff on it? So there's a lot of stuff like this. So let me see if I brought, because I don't even see that in here. The last thing I have is Josh Hawley, but I know I have it in here. And I must have taken it off, but I am going to read that here in a second, though. Better start checking these Soros voting machines and destroying them. Exactly right, Jamal, because that's what's going to happen. Because he's part of this. Different department, different charge. Got an ad coming up here in my ear. I'm hearing. Oh, that stupid guy again. I can't go. I can't let you guys go until I read this one to you. Blackmail. Even if the Republicans vote to fire her, Mayorkas will save her. Mayorkas is trying to save everybody because he knows he's not going to get in trouble. They all stick together. They are Freemason devil worshippers. They definitely are. I did a video on where they used the Tamian. If you guys saw my video or not, that I did the other day, that shows how long the party of violence and corruption has been going on since the 1800s. The feds rig elections and assassinate people because they are never held accountable. They couldn't have done it without the Secret Service being in on it. You will never convince me otherwise. A straight line of sight with 150 yards away. No way. The narrative on the security failure. They cover up. They want you to believe that it was a security failure, not an inside job. Right. And I wasn't at the fairgrounds where they were at to see where they were at, but they said their line of sight wasn't there. But they eventually did shoot him. So obviously they could see him at first, or they couldn't have made the shot. Their positioning didn't change. So there's a lot of stuff that doesn't add up. And tomorrow I've got a ton of stuff on that. And I'm going to try to fit in most of that. But if we don't get it in, we'll do it Wednesday. But I want to get a lot of this Secret Service stuff in and all the questioning today. They're blowing smoke up Kamala's ass. They're blowing smoke because she believes it, because she's easily controlled, Jamal. But you're right. Something definitely stinks, MAGA. MAGA and anyone in the brain knows that something doesn't add up. Exactly right. And I got a half a brain, so I halfway doesn't add up. So, Daniel, okay, guys, I'm going to get this, but I want you to hear this real quick. Anthony Fauci downplays Trump's gunshot and his wounds following the rally. I wasn't going to put this in, but I had to. Fauci, who spread false claims about COVID, has lied to us the whole time about COVID, is now downplaying former Trump's injuries during the assassination attempt and his life with Butler. The former president was grazed by a bullet and was seen bleeding heavily in his right ear. Fauci called it a superficial wound. Correct. It was a superficial wound. But the problem with that is that he said that the former president was struck by a bullet and it wasn't that bad. It's because he tilted his head at the impact. And we all know this. After being shot, Trump dove to the ground, but he keeps saying that there was nothing big about it, and it was only grazed by a bullet. I don't care who you are or where you're shot. or stabbed. There's nothing fun mentally about being hit or stabbed or anything by a bullet. He's full of shit. I'm tired of hearing his mouth run every time we turn around. And there's nothing funny about being shot. And there's a lot of guys in here that can probably verify that when you get blown up or anything when you're in the service, it plays a toll on your mind. And that's why you get PTSD and all that stuff with these guys. And it's not fun. So I don't care where you're shot at. You can get your big toe shot off. It's not fun. And that's not something that's laughable. And this piece of shit just needs to keep his mouth shut, period. I can't stand him at all. He lied to get people. He committed genocide on the American people. And another one that was not held accountable for his actions. And he should have been. But Daniel, good night. I hope I missed you. I didn't want to keep you guys. I'm sticking with Kamala and Josh Shapiro. I hope not, Dennis. I hope you're wrong. But all right, guys, that's all the time we have for tonight. This is the time of night when I ask you guys to check out my Rumble page, my Wimpkin page, my X page. They're all under Country Conservative. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, whatever it is, wherever you're tuning in from. Please share my videos like Vic is asking you guys. Help me get the truth out to people. Let's get more people in here to join us in chat. It's great to see everybody in here. We got Denny Boy from Rumble. We got Becky from Facebook. We got all the Wimpkin Warriors. I love you guys. You're awesome. But we got to get the truth out. That's why I ask you guys to do that, especially following me. Get your friends to follow me, everything. The more numbers I get, and it's not about numbers, it's about getting the truth out to people. But the numbers help me grow, because if you like and subscribe and follow me, then your people that follow you see me, and that helps get the truth out to more people. So I appreciate you guys following and sharing my stuff. I really appreciate it. So tomorrow night, guys, man, tell your friends and everybody, we're going to have a hell of a show tomorrow. A lot of videos to go over. We're going to watch them all. We're going to discuss every single one of them. I'm not even going to dictate a show. We're just going to watch videos, and we're going to discuss each one in between. And we're going to hit this. This woman was tore up today, and all we got was lies. So okay. So join me tomorrow night, same time, same place. And with that, I'm going to leave you with this, guys. As the clock winds down on another riveting episode of the Conservative Viewpoint, I want to leave you with a few parting thoughts. First and foremost, thank you for lending your ears and mind to discourse. Whether you're sipping coffee in the early morning or unwinding after a long day, your presence here matters, especially to me. So tonight, we've dove into the heart of conservatism, the bedrock principles that guide us through the rough currents of this era. We've dissected policies, celebrated victories, and grappling with challenges. But beyond the talking points and statistics lies something deeper, a shared commitment to preserving what's sacred. Our love for family, faith, and freedom bind us together, transcending political lines. So, my friends, as you step away from this virtual gathering, remember this: you're not alone. Millions of fellow travelers navigating the same ideological landscape, seeking truth, justice, and a brighter future. In this quiet moment, when the noise of the world fades, reflect on the conversations we've had. Consider the seeds planted, the ideas that may take root and blossom in unexpected ways. And when they encounter dissenting voices, engaging grace, seeking common ground, for it is there the bridges are built, alliances are forged, and progress made. As the stars twinkle above, envision a nation where liberty thrives, where the flame of conservatism burns undiminished. Thank you guys for being part of our community. Until tomorrow night, stay informed, stay passionate, and stay true to your conviction. This has been Charlie, the Country Conservative, signing off from the Conservative Viewpoint. Good night, and God bless you all. Good night, everyone, and see you tomorrow night.